faith can move mountains. And many Christians, they begin to activate and grow in their faith, and rightly so, because without faith you cannot please God. By faith, through faith we are saved by grace. Faith is very important. It helps you to go through trials. It helps you to go through difficult things. It helps you to trust God when everything is falling apart. And many Christians, I will submit to you, grow in their faith, in their trust in God, but they lack wisdom. That's why they win battles, but they can't build anything. How to walk in divine health.
Let me set up my
They know how to get a breakthrough, but they don't know how to walk in the way of blessing. Their marriage, their finances, their business, everything about their life resembles constant need of a miracle. Instead, a sign of God's blessing. Now, this message is not a bless me club, health and wealth. What I want to submit to you today is our God is a wise God. He gave 4 books in the Bible that deal with wisdom. Book of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, and Book of Job are all called wisdom literature. God doesn't just want us to live by faith. He wants us to walk in wisdom. He wants us to be as innocent as doves and as wise as serpents. Wisdom is a principal thing. Now, Dr. Henry Cloud said this: there's 3 kinds of people in this world. There are wise people, there are foolish people, and there are evil people. This will help you to deal and recognize people. Wise people, they're open to feedback. They learn from experience and they adjust their behavior based on correction.
I love this beat. Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man, I'm pretty sure I gotta go in here and do some workouts on this game. Yep, so I ain't in no big rush. I'm gonna play my one-on-one just to compare, and then we're gonna get this day started. So, since I kept y'all waiting for 2 minutes already, I ain't gonna press y'all too hard. We're just gonna jump right into this thing. Let me switch over to the live scene. I had a different live scene today. It's gonna look a little different because I had it on my my SimCity setup, and at the moment I do not feel like switching it over, so I'll at least take that social media from in the middle of the screen. Alright, so today we're gonna be using our given tools. Tools. How tech can help you that's it. How tech can help you. Hold on, wait, I want to see this.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative.
We are living in a world where humans rely on inanimate objects. A combination of metal, rubber parts, and fuel can help you get from one place to a distant place without breaking a sweat. Pieces of plastic and metal put together the right way can make you communicate with someone who's miles away from you. And most importantly, information and data can now be stored and retrieved later on. And the world is in need of people who understand how this information and technology works. So what exactly is information technology? First and foremost, it must be understood that this is a very broad topic. But information technology is the use of computer systems, storages, networks and tangible devices, technological infrastructure, systems and processes to create, modify, transfer, store, multiply, and exchange all forms of electronic data. So what exactly is data? Data is every type of information from facts, statistics, numerical sequences, and patterns, which is analyzed, studied, compared, modified, stored, and overall used as a component in the overall information that the technology user needs. The value of information technology is that although people are capable of handling data using our brains, and even the old paper and pen processes, these processes are not as reliable, efficient, and effective as relying on information technology. A computer can process millions of pieces of data at a given time. Its storage or memory can hold and secure information without forgetting a single piece of data. So where is information technology applicable? From the general information above, information technology plays a significant role in business. Some examples of this would be customer handling, all the way from handling customer service, personal day-to-day communication, storing financial records, and all other human activities that deal with handling electronic data. Information technology is essential to the day-to-day operations of a business, and even more important when it comes to scaling your business to make more money. And this is why learning the skills of information technology is incredibly valuable whether you want to get a job or start your own business. Next, let's talk about hardware versus software. Before we can discuss examples of information technology, it's important that we talk about hardware and software. Hardware is tangible technology that you can actually touch when it comes to dealing with information technology, from personal computers, laptops, mobile phones, tablets, and everything else that is physical and is used for the purposes of IT. Software, on the other hand, is intangible, aka you can't touch it. So this would be things such as websites, computer programs, or systems and applications. And it's going to be broadly separated into two different groups, which is software systems and applications. Software systems are basic programs that are tasked to perform computer functions at its most basic level. An example of this would be an operating system for a phone, such as iOS or Android. Applications, on the other hand, also have a lot of examples, such as databases, email servers, transaction processing systems, process control systems, enterprise collaboration systems, and many more. Some examples of this would be Slack, Dropbox, HubSpot, Google Drive, and Microsoft Office. Next, let's talk about information technology as a career path. Information technology is very broad, but it is a great career path. If you are able to learn the skills of information technology with the constant rise of technology in this modernized world, it is safe to say that you will almost definitely have a job. Right. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median annual wage for computer and information technology occupations is $97,000. That's over twice the median annual wage for all other applications, which is $45,000. And according to Glassdoor.com, an entry-level position as an IT help desk technician makes over $50,000 a year. So not only does information technology offer you a good salary, but being in IT keeps you updated with the latest in technology innovation. A few examples of fields related to information technology are IT management, computer systems analyst, web development, cybersecurity, cloud administration, and database administration. If you want to learn a way to get into information technology in a few months, click the free training, which I will put down in the description, as well as the pinned comment below. This free training is offered by a company called Course Careers, which I've mentioned before, which routinely gets people jobs in as little as 2 weeks, and oftentimes in a few months. For instance, check out an interview I did with Della, where she was able to get a job at her dream company, making over $100,000 a year in a month and a half. And she was able to do this with zero experience beforehand in the career field.
Oh, I missed that. Hold on.
Now at Verizon, get iPhone 16 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10, all three.
That was very informative. Let's see tech sales.
If you look up the definition of tech sales on Google, you'll see that tech sales is the process of selling technology as a software, hardware, or an IT service. And there are many different names for those who work in tech sales. It can be referred to as technical sales, technology sales, software sales, and some of the entry-level roles are business development representative or software development representative. And if you work in tech sales, you'll typically be selling to other businesses. This is known as B2B sales as opposed to B2C. B2C means business to customer. This would be a typical sales job like working at a cell phone store or being a used car salesman. B2B means business to business. This is the type of selling that you would be doing in tech sales. Business to business tends to be much higher ticket sales, so with each sale you would have a much larger commission. Plus, it tends to be a lot less pushy and a lot more about understanding what your customers' needs are and how your company can best solve their problems. So what are some of the steps in the tech sales cycle? Finding leads, contacting leads, creating sales reports, coordinating with other members of the sales and marketing team, building a strong and stable clientele, managing the clientele to make sure that they're happy, holding meetings with your clients, which sometimes might involve traveling, studying and understanding your clients' businesses as well as the industries that they're in, and sometimes even helping the rest of the company to create products in order to solve your clients' problems. Now, you might be wondering, why am I even talking about tech sales? Well, the reason I'm talking about tech sales right now on this channel is because, put simply, it's by far one of the best opportunities right now. There are 18-year-olds that are going into tech sales and making somewhere between $80,000 and $100,000 after their first year. I recently did an interview on this channel with Della, who is a stay-at-home mom going to college, who decided to get into tech sales and landed a six-figure job with her dream company within a month and a half. So not only is there a very low barrier to entry where you don't need a college degree or any previous experience, but on top of that, you can make really good money right off the bat. And it's not just the entry-level job that pays well. I've interviewed other people on this channel, for instance, someone who was 4 years in making around $220,000 a year, and somebody who had some background experience and was about 5 years into their tech sales career, making over $540,000 a year. So with all this opportunity in tech sales, why isn't everyone going into it? Well, first of all, it's not that well known. And second of all, a lot of people don't think that they have the skills to do well in tech sales. And to be honest, sales isn't for everyone. So here are some of the skills that you would need to develop in order to be successful in tech sales. Obviously, you'd have to have some technical sales skills. You'd also want to have good interpersonal skills. You want to be the type of person who likes to learn every single day and has a willingness to always learn new products due to the constant innovation in the tech world. You have to have decent levels of literacy and a basic understanding of technology. You have to have the capability of using sales tools in order to aid the sales transaction. And most of all, you need to have a passion for solving problems and selling to your clients. So what are some of the jobs within tech sales? Well, I already mentioned two of the names for the entry-level jobs, and they're essentially the same thing, but at different companies, they might have slightly different job descriptions. So for instance, sales development representative and business development representative are almost the same. These are also known as SDR and BDR. At some companies, SDRs might convert hot and cold leads to leads that are sales qualified. And at some companies, BDRs handle initial contact with potential clients, and that basically means that they outreach to people and collect leads.
I love how everything is so regular now, like all of these companies.
They tend to not meet clients in person, but they do handle them through the telephone or online. A step up from this would be an account executive. These are typically the ones that would actually be speaking to the clients once they're qualified. A step up from this would be an account manager. Account managers would typically handle post-sale transactions to assure customer satisfaction. And down the line, there would be even yet other positions. For instance, customer success managers, renewal specialists, business development managers, sales directors, VP of sales, country manager, strategic partnership managers, and strategic alliance managers. And in some of these higher level positions, you can literally make over $1 million a year, and in rare cases, over 10 million. But typically, lower level tech sales representatives are gonna make somewhere between $50,000 and $80,000 a year. And after a year or two, it's very common to see people break into the $100,000 a year range. Now, I have an entire playlist of people who have broken into tech sales. You should definitely check that out because it's extreme.
Boost your career with Coursera Plus. With Coursera Plus, you can pick from over 7,000 courses to find the right programs for your goals. Start today with a 7-day free trial.
In this video, I'm gonna be going over the top 5 online certifications that are actually worth it. So online certifications have blown up, especially in the last few years. You're seeing these videos online getting millions of views in a matter of a few months. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not all certifications are rainbows and butterflies. Some of them are great and others aren't really gonna make that much of a difference in your professional life. And in this video, I'm gonna go over which ones are actually worth it based off of my own personal experience, the experience of others I know, as well as data that I collected online. So if you appreciate this type of video and you want me to make more like it, let me know by gently tapping that like button and commenting down below. All right, so number 5 on the list is going to be Google Project Management. Now this is a Google career certification, and Google certificates are so good that even the Bureau of Labor Statistics is starting to promote them. Now this is a entry-level beginner certificate, so you don't have to have a lot of experience to get value value out of this. The courses are 100% online, the schedule is extremely flexible, and on top of that, it takes around 6 months to complete, although most people say they complete them in more like 1 or 2 months. Now, this certificate training consists of 6 different courses. All of them are rated 4.8 stars or above. You start off with foundations of project management, then you move to project initiation, starting a successful project, then project planning, then project execution, then agile project management, and the capstone course is applying project management in the real world.
I want to
so
take
yeah,
that
project
course.
management, great career to go into, great skill for you to know in general, and taking this certification can help you either make a lateral career change or get your foot in the door. The next one is going to be the IBM Data Science Certification. Now for this one, there are 12 different highly qualified instructors that are going to help to teach you data science, and they claim that 30% of people who finish this certification end up starting a new career path in data science. Now they say that it takes about 11 months to complete. However, again, most people are able to complete these faster. It is a beginner level certificate, so you don't need to have much experience in order to start. And a lot of these certificates were created by companies like IBM and Google because they were extremely frustrated with the lack of knowledge of people who were graduating from colleges. Colleges were teaching people outdated information that they did not need to know in the workplace. However, these certifications are typically exactly what you need to know and the skills that are actually valuable and sought after by employees right now. Now, the first 2 that I talked about were beginner level certifications, but you also have intermediate and advanced certifications that are offered. And one example of an intermediate certification is going to be the next one on the list, which is the Deep Learning.ai TensorFlow Developer Professional Certificate. Now, TensorFlow is a popular open source machine learning framework, and it can be used to train neural networks. So as you can imagine, this would be something very valuable to know if you get into augmented or virtual reality. According to them, about 32% of people who completed this certification ended up switching to a new career path, which you would assume has something to do with AI TensorFlow. And they say that it takes about 4 months to complete with about 5 hours per week, but again, probably less than that. Now I'm gonna focus more on the beginner level certifications because the intermediate and advanced certifications are typically for people who are already in careers. Intermediate and advanced certifications usually are for keeping your knowledge up to date, getting a raise, or switching the career that you're in into a different one. So the next one on the list is going to be the Google Data Analytics Certification. This is another beginner level certification. It takes approximately 6 months to complete with 10 hours of work per week, but again, probably more like 2 to 3 months. And there is a massive demand for people who have skills with data analytics, especially here in the United States. There's about 337,000 job openings, and you get paid around $67,000 a year. And that's for an entry-level salary. They also claim that 75% of people who complete this certification report over a 6-month period that it did help them with their career. And the next one on the list, number 1, is going to be the one that, in my opinion, is most likely to help you get an entry-level job even if you don't have a college degree. Now, I'm not saying by any means that these certifications are a replacement for a college degree. That would be like comparing apples to oranges. It just wouldn't make any sense at all. For one, a college degree typically takes 4 to 5 years, whereas these certifications claim that they take 6 months, but in reality, they usually take just a few. A better comparison would be 4 years worth of certifications versus a college degree, but even in that case, it would still be an apples to oranges comparison. But with that being said, these certifications are getting more and more popular. They're teaching people skills, they're helping people stay up to date, and companies really like to see people who take initiative and learn on their own. So the Google IT Support Professional Certificate is one that I have seen lots and lots of reviews on, and almost all of them are positive. So whether you don't have experience in IT and you're just trying to get into it, or maybe you're just trying to see if you're interested in IT in the first place, or you do have a degree but you want to make your resume look even better, or you're currently working in IT and you want to show your employer that you are actively learning and keeping up to date on your skills. These types of certifications can help you with all of those different situations. So definitely check them out down in the description below. They get a thumbs up from me, and I link them down there for you. Check out my other videos right here. I made them just for you. Go ahead, gently tap that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and comment down below.
Let me see what else he got. I'm gonna subscribe.
Okay, this is the automatic course creator, and if you are looking for the fastest and most affordable way to launch your first or next course, high ticket offer, or online business, you do not want to miss this video. Why?
Imagine waking up in 2025, grabbing your favorite mug of coffee, and logging into a job that didn't even exist a few years ago. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Well, we're about to take a wild ride into the future of remote work. And we're going to be talking about data, trends, and a crystal ball.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Okay, maybe not the crystal ball, but seriously, the remote work landscape is changing faster than you can say you're on mute. And by 2025, we're not just going to be talking about coding in your pajamas, we're going to be entering a whole new world of opportunities. So whether you're a seasoned remote warrior or you're just dipping your toes in the virtual water, this video is going to be your ticket to the hottest remote industries of the near future. So are you ready to future-proof your career? Then let's dive in. And by the way, if you need help landing some of the jobs in these industries, you're gonna need a really good resume. And instead of buying a super expensive resume template that doesn't even work, go ahead and download my proven free resume template that works like 3 times better than the expensive templates out there because it's guaranteed to pass the ATS systems. And you can check that out by clicking down in the description and the pinned comment below. Now let's explore those future job industries. All right, so first we've got AI and machine learning specialists. Picture this, it's 2025 and AI is everywhere. Not in a creepy Skynet way, but in a making our lives easier kind of way. And companies are scrambling for experts who can teach machines how to think. And what do you know? You can actually do this from your couch. Now, I know what you're thinking.
But Shane, I can barely teach my dog to sit.
Don't worry, we're not talking about creating sentient robots here. It's more about using data to make smart decisions. Think of it like teaching a really smart parrot to recognize patterns. Except this parrot can predict stock markets or diagnose diseases. And the best part? Many of these jobs don't require a PhD in rocket science, nanobot technology, or anything crazy like that. And online courses and boot camps that teach this stuff are popping up faster than you can say machine learning. So here's a remote machine learning specialist who debunks the myth that all AI work requires in-office setups. And while some believe powerful GPUs tie ML jobs to physical offices, Okjo works comfortably from his home. And their secret? A combination of cloud services like GCP, Azure, or AWS for heavy lifting, plus a personal desktop with a robust GPU for when they want to keep things local. And this flexible setup allows Okjo to tackle complex ML tasks without sacrificing the perks of remote work, proving that in 2025, AI wizards can conjure their magic from just about anywhere. So if you've got a knack for numbers and a passion for problem solving, this could be your golden ticket to the remote work wonderland. And remember folks, in the future, AI won't replace jobs, it'll create them, and you could be riding that wave all the way to the bank. This has happened every single time there's been a major technological advancement. Everyone freaks out, they think that all the jobs are going to be gone.
Oh my God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
And yes, some of the jobs do disappear, but they're usually replaced by 2 different types of jobs. So there's actually more jobs at the end of the day. Speaking of waves, if you're enjoying this glimpse into the future, why not ride the wave of the like button? It helps more people discover this content. Plus, it trains the YouTube algorithm, or AI, to recommend more awesome content like this to you. See, you're already working with AI. Next is going to be cybersecurity experts. And these are the unsung heroes of the digital world. And in 2025, these folks are like the Navy SEALs of the internet. Except instead of jumping out of planes, they're jumping into lines of code. And with more of our lives online than ever before, cyber attacks are becoming as common as cat videos. And here's the kicker. You can fight these digital bad guys from anywhere. That's right, you could be saving the world in your underwear while you're lying in bed if you want to. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything. Now, I know what you're thinking.
But Shane, I barely remember my own passwords.
Don't sweat it. There are tons of online courses and certifications to get you started. Plus, the demand is so high, many companies are willing to train the right candidates. For instance, here's Sandra, a remote security analyst juggling a 4-month road trip with full-time work. Currently in Seattle, she balances project-based tasks and ticketing duties. And her day starts with a hotel breakfast, followed by 2 to 3 meetings, and then she leads long-term projects, handles ad hoc security issues, and stays current on tech trends like AI. Midweek is busiest, with Mondays for catch-up and Fridays for planning, and despite the hectic schedule, she prioritizes mental health and exploration. And this analyst proves that with careful planning, you can blend work, travel, and personal growth. So if you've got a knack for solving puzzles and a desire to be a digital superhero, cybersecurity might just be your calling. And trust me, in 2025, these jobs will be hotter than my laptop after a 12-hour gaming session. And by the way, just want to say this really quick, there's a lot of different cybersecurity related careers out there. I'm just talking about cybersecurity in general, and same goes for all of the other careers on this list. Next is going to be virtual reality designers. And buckle up folks, because we're about to enter the matrix. Well, not quite, but close enough. In 2025, virtual reality isn't just for gamers anymore. It's revolutionizing everything from education to healthcare. And imagine designing virtual classrooms where kids can explore ancient Rome, or creating immersive therapy sessions for people with phobias. And the best part? You can do it all from your home office, or your backyard, or a beach in Bali. You get the idea. Now, I know what you're thinking.
But Shane, I can barely draw a stick figure.
Don't worry, VR design isn't just about art. It's about creating experiences, solving problems, and thinking in 3D. Plus, with tools becoming more user-friendly, the barrier to entry is lower than ever. So just as an example, meet this VR developer with 4 years of experience. He shares that VR development often mirrors traditional game design, but offers more opportunities for newcomers to make big impacts. And there's generally less crunch time and a focus on creating optimized, high-quality mobile VR experiences. So if you've got a wild imagination and a passion for technology, VR design could be your ticket to a mind-bending career. Just remember, in the virtual world, there are no limits, except maybe the size of your hard drive. Speaking of imagination, I'd love to hear yours. Drop a comment below about what careers you think are going to be the biggest in the next 10 years. Maybe some of these careers already exist and you think they're going to grow, and maybe some of them don't even exist yet, but I definitely want to hear all about it, so comment down below. Next is going to be remote.
This is Amazon's new money
Oh
making
man,
app.
y'all, I'm
Let me show
sorry,
you
I
how
just
it
started.
works. That app is called Audible.
Remote healthcare professionals, and this is huge because it's coming from someone who has worked in healthcare. Because in 2025 and beyond, the doctor will see you now might mean firing up your laptop or your iPad. That's right, we're talking about healthcare professionals working from home. And this is a growing trend that I've seen over and over again. There's all kinds of random little healthcare related careers out there, and many of them are starting to be done remote. Now, I'm not saying you'll be performing surgery over Zoom, although with the way technology is advancing, who knows? What I'm talking about is telemedicine, remote patient monitoring, and health coaching, all from the comfort of your own home office.
But Shane, I faint at the sight of blood.
No worries, I worked in healthcare and I don't like that either. There are tons of non-clinical roles in healthcare. Think health IT, medical coding, even developing health apps. And even a lot of the clinical ones, you don't see that much bad stuff. And the best part, you're literally saving lives while working in your pajamas. And with an ongoing aging population and increasing healthcare needs, this field is set to explode faster than my blood pressure after a triple espresso. Now, here's a fact. Remote healthcare is transforming medicine globally, empowering doctors to reach patients like never before. From reducing travel time to expanding access to care, telemedicine is breaking down barriers, with forward-thinking countries seeing up to 41% of consultations happening virtually, proving that the future of healthcare is just a click away. So if you've got a passion for helping people and a steady internet connection, remote healthcare might just be your calling. And remember, in 2025, the house call is making a comeback. It's just going to be happening over video chat. Next is going to be sustainability consultants. That's right, we're going to be getting green for the next few minutes, and I'm not talking about money. Although there is going to be a lot of money in this industry. In 2025, sustainability isn't just a buzzword, it's a big business. That's right, you can save the planet from the comfort of your living room. And sustainability consultants are like the superheroes of the corporate world. Except instead of capes, they wear, well, whatever they want because they work remote. And these eco-warriors help companies reduce their carbon footprint, implement green technologies, and navigate environmental regulations. And this is likely going to be one of the fastest growing and most profitable industries in the world. And this is all about keeping all the benefits of the modern world and technology and the industrial world while minimizing all of the downsides. So if you've got a passion for the planet and a knack for number crunching, sustainability consulting could be your path to a greener future. And speaking of saving the planet, why not save your friends from boring careers? Share this video with them so that they can have really good ideas of the careers they should be going into as well, or just to see if they agree with me. Next is going to be digital marketing specialists. Yes, we're going to be talking about the wizards of the internet. In 2025, these folks are like the Don Drapers of the digital age, except instead of 3 martini lunches, they're going to be chugging energy drinks and crushing KPIs. And with more businesses going online than ever before, digital marketing isn't just growing, it's exploding. We're talking about social media mavens, SEO gurus, and content marketing ninjas, all working from the magic of wherever they please. So if you spend a lot of time online or scrolling social media and you can figure out why cat videos go viral, you're halfway there. So let me tell you about Keyshawn, a guy who went from flipping burgers to digital marketing stardom. At 19, fresh out of high school, he was working at Chick-fil-A, unsure about his future.
At the time I was working at Chick-fil-A, going in every day and like flipping chicken to put the little coater on. I was doing that.
But he always had a fascination with making money online. And after diving into digital marketing courses, guess what? At 20, he landed a job paying $70,000 a year without a college degree.
They hired me for $70K a year.
At 20 years old. That's amazing, man. That is awesome. And his secret, as Keyshawn says,
most businesses fail because they just don't have any foundation to go off of. So you really need a skill.
And what he means here is you want to learn an in-demand skill. It's very important that you build up your base skill set by learning a skill that's in demand in many different industries. And that's exactly what Keyshawn did. He learned digital marketing, which is a skill that you can use in just about any industry you go into or just about any career path you end up going into. And the best part, you can start small and grow big. Many digital marketers begin as freelancers before landing full-time remote gigs, and then many of them go on to start their own businesses. So if you've got a creative mind and a finger on the pulse of pop culture, digital marketing could be your ticket to remote work stardom. Just remember, in 2025, the most valuable real estate isn't on Fifth Avenue, it's on the first page of Google. And hey, by the way, if Keyshawn's story got you excited, check out the free digital marketing training by Seth Jared Himes, who's the person who helped Keyshawn get his job, in the description down below. It might just be your first step towards that $70,000 salary. Next is going to be ed tech specialists. That's right, folks, class is in session. And by class, I mean the booming field of educational technology. And I am unbelievably passionate about this field. Because in 2025, learning isn't just about textbooks and chalkboards and spending $100,000 on a college degree that may or may not be useful. It's about virtual classrooms, AI tutors, and gamified learning experiences. It's about people being able to share their skills with other people online and getting paid to do it so the other people learn faster and everyone benefits. And ed tech specialists are the masterminds behind these digital learning tools. And they're revolutionizing education faster than you can say pop quiz.
But Shane, I barely passed high school and I never got good grades.
No worries. EdTech isn't just about being a brainiac. It's about understanding how people learn and making it fun and engaging. Plus, with remote learning becoming the new normal, the demand for EdTech experts is skyrocketing. You could be designing interactive courses, developing educational apps, or even creating VR field trips to ancient civilizations. And the best part? You're shaping the future of education from your home office. So here's an EdTech specialist who's revolutionizing online learning. Armed with cutting-edge tools like iSpring and Articulate Storyline, these learning experience designers are shaping the future of education, enjoying great work-life balance and the satisfaction of making valuable contributions to the digital classroom of tomorrow. So if you've got a passion for learning and a knack for technology, EdTech could be your classroom of the future. And remember, in 2025, the coolest teacher might just be the AI that you helped create. Speaking of learning, why not subscribe to this channel? It's like enrolling in a free course on future-proofing your career and making probably like 5 times as much money in your future than you would if you didn't subscribe to the channel. Plus, you'll be the first to know about new remote work opportunities and tips, so hit that subscribe button and join our remote work revolution. And next, we're going to be talking about remote work consultants. And this is the meta job of all meta jobs. In the next 20 years, careers are going to be changing so rapidly, and there's going to be certain skills that are going to be in demand, and then there's going to be new jobs that pop up all of a sudden. And the way the traditional education industry works right now, colleges are not going to be able to keep up with the demand, not even close. And so I predict that learning is going to be very person to person, and there's going to be specialized careers that actually help to identify the skills that are in demand, the positions that don't have enough people to fill them, and then train people rapidly and efficiently on the skills that they need to get into that position and do the job. And this is going to happen in many different ways. I think there's going to be specialized companies that do this, but I actually do think there's going to be special positions that do this as well. So instead of companies just having recruiters that work for them, they're probably going to have people that go out and actually train people and then bring them back to the company. And they're also going to have people that do this within the company as well so that people can advance and go into different positions. And specifically, I'm talking about remote work consultants. So they're going to be doing all of this, but for remote work related jobs. And when you think about it, that's actually kind of what I'm doing right now. And I do think there's going to be a lot of remote work consultants that work as freelancers or start their own business. And if you're in one of those careers where there's a lot of demand and you want to teach other people how they can get into the career, then you should check out my completely free guide down below that is called Monetize Yourself, Turn Your Pain into Profits. Because this will teach you exactly how I was able to do this and how many others are able to do it as well. And also, if you haven't watched it already, I did make a video, the 21 remote jobs that are almost always hiring. It absolutely blew up. People loved it. And you can check that out by clicking right here.
Now, he has some good information. What does IT support do? Hold on. Ooh. Let's see this one.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got Shake video masks.
So listen, the rumors are true. There are college majors out there that are both easy and they also lead to high-paying jobs. And if you pick the right major, you can actually enjoy your college experience, not be stressed out all the time, and then afterwards get a high-paying and fulfilling job. And that's why today I'm gonna be revealing the 7 easiest college majors with high pay. And I'm also gonna be talking about why they have high pay. So not only will you know 7 good ones, but you're also going to recognize other opportunities as well, just in case one of these don't fit your personality. Because when you choose a career using this simple framework I'm gonna lay out in this video, you're gonna be 10 times more likely to choose something that is gonna pay you well and is also going to make you happy. And I'll let you in on a little secret. 40% of people drop out of college. And of the ones that finish, 50% of them regret it. So that means college is a disaster for over half the people who go. But that won't be the case for you as long as you follow along. And number 7 on the list is going to be one that is incredibly valuable in the modern world because it's going to deal with data. That's right, with the rise of big data, companies are looking for people who can sift through all of that information and make sense of it. And if you think about it, data is incredibly valuable. So I'm a fan of chess, for instance. And who do you think is more likely to buy a chess set, right? So let's say a company is spending $1 million to advertise a chess set, right? Who's more likely to buy something? Somebody whose viewing history is full of Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura videos, and they've been watching a bunch of Gotham Chess or Agad Mator videos, and it also shows that they're a fan of the show The Queen's Gambit, or somebody who has never watched or played chess before. Obviously, it's going to be the person who has been interacting with chess, and this is exactly what data is going to tell you. In one case, if the company spent $1 million on somebody who's never interacted with it, they probably would lose like $900,000. And in the other case, if the company spent $1 million on people who are chess fanatics, they'd probably end up making 2 or 3 million. So this is the power of data, and that's why it's more valuable than oil or gold. Now, the average salary of a data analyst at the entry level is going to be around $70,000 according to Glassdoor, which is fantastic. Now, the reason I put this one as being easy is because I have personally coached clients to get into data analytics in less than a year. Now, if you chose to go to college, the degree you'd get is probably going to be statistics, but at some universities, they do offer data analytics specific degrees. And now, obviously, if somebody's able to get into this and learn all the skills necessary in 6 months to a year, you can definitely do it in a 4-year degree much more easily. Now, I know some people out there are thinking, Shane, data analytics is not easy, statistics is not easy, and the reason you came here is because you wanted a relatively easy degree. Now, the truth is some opportunities out there are going to be better than others, but there's nothing out there that's going to be like an easy button where you just push it and you have a fantastic job. You're going to have a little bit of patience, and you're going to have to put in that hard work in order to reach your goals, right? So I'm sorry, but on this channel, I'm not going to give you like fake motivational content with Subway Surfer in the background. No, you're going to have to try a little bit. So some of the pros here are going to be high demand. So this is a rapidly growing field with high demand for skilled professionals. Another great thing is high pay. So the salaries here are going to be fantastic. Even at the entry level, it can be $70,000 plus, but down the line, you can make a lot more than that. Then there's varied job opportunities. So data analysts can work in a variety of industries. So just about every industry out there is using data analytics, from healthcare to finance to, of course, technology. Another thing about data analytics is it's going to let you see the value of tapping the like button on videos that are well researched and give you a ton of value like this one. Nice. Now, some of the cons here are you do have to learn extremely technical skills. So you have to have a very specialized skill set in order to get into data analytics. And another con is that the technology is rapidly changing. So you might learn some kind of language or framework right now that isn't necessarily what you're going to use 5 or 10 years from now. So if you're not the type of person who likes to stay up to date on this stuff, it may not be for you. Now, speaking of data, I pretty much autistically studied this stuff, like college degrees and careers, for the last 5 to 10 years of my life. And on top of that, I got a doctorate myself, and that's for you. Now, speaking of data, I pretty much autistically studied this stuff, like college degrees and careers, for the last 5 to 10 years of my life. And on top of that, I got a doctorate myself, and that's why I know so much about these subjects. And before I get into the next one on the list, which is basically the future of technology, I also want to say that a lot of the information you hear on the internet about college degrees is really, really bad.
I'm so excited about this. I matched at Advent Health, the emergency medicine program there. Advent Health was my first choice.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small businesses.
But this next topic I'm going to talk about is extremely hot, and it's one of the easiest, super high paying jobs that you can get into. Companies will be willing to pay you top dollar for this, and it's actually related to data analytics somewhat. Because one big problem that companies have with all this data is they need a place to store it. And they need this place to be both secure, but also easily accessible by everyone who should be able to access it. And that's where cloud computing comes in. So with cloud computing, you're going to be working with stuff like AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, Azure, which is Microsoft's cloud platform, and GCP, which is the Google Cloud platform. And with all the data breaches that you've seen that cost companies millions and sometimes maybe even billions of dollars, it's incredibly important that this data is stored securely. But at the same time, it needs to be available to the people who really need to use it. So this is almost like a catch-22 type situation where it's almost impossible to do. And this is another one where clients that I've worked with have started from scratch and they've been able to get a job in something like 6 months. Now this is one where you can get a college major. Some colleges actually do offer cloud computing specialized degrees such as WGU, but like most technology related careers, it's something that you don't necessarily have to go to college in order to get into. Now according to a report by researchandmarkets.com, the global cloud computing market is expected to reach $832 billion by 2025. And it's growing at a rate of 17.5% per year. And according to Glassdoor, cloud computing careers make around $88,000 a year. So the pros here are going to be extremely high demand. This is a very rapidly growing field. There's also very high pay. Flexibility is another pro. So there's a lot of opportunities for remote jobs. And I know that a lot of people who watch this channel want to work either remote or semi-remote jobs. And there's also a variety of job opportunities. So cloud computing is in just about every industry out there. Now this one has the same cons as the last one, so you are going to have extremely specialized technical skills, and it's going to be a rapidly changing technology. So again, if you're not the type of person who likes to stay up to date on this stuff and just be a continuous learner for the rest of your career, this may not be for you. Now the next one on the list is a noble profession that happens to pay really well. And it's also relatively easy, and I know that I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this because nurses think that nursing school is the hardest thing ever. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it really isn't.
How dare you?
Medical degrees are not as hard as engineering or mathematics related degrees, and nursing is one of the easier medical degrees. And I can already see the comments down below. There's probably nurses that are just furiously typing right now, but it's just the truth. Like, I went to pharmacy school. We were in the same building as nurses. We did a lot of activities together, and sometimes we would even tutor the nurses, and we saw the kind of work they were doing, and it wasn't that difficult. Now, you might be thinking, Shane, I'm a guy. Why the heck would I become a nurse? And that makes sense because about 80% of my audience are guys. But actually, one, there's a much higher demand for male nurses than there is for female nurses. Two, it's 2023, bro. Nobody cares that you're a male nurse. And three, you might actually be able to get a girlfriend when you go to nursing school because there's basically a 10-to-1 female to male ratio. So there's that. Now, according to Glassdoor, entry-level nurses make about $69,000 a year, and they can make a heck of a lot more than that down the line, depending on the specialty that they go into. For instance,
LinkedIn is the place to be to be. Drive real results for your business with quality leads.
I knew a travel nurse that made around $500,000. So the nursing curriculum is relatively easy, but they are gonna keep you busy. And at the end of the day, you do have to know your stuff because you're gonna be taking care of patients. And that means if you make a mistake, there's going to be real world consequences from it.
He's dying!
Now, some of the pros here are nursing is in high demand. There's basically been a shortage of nurses for like 20 or 30 years. There's also a ton of job security. So for instance, in recessions, it's been shown that healthcare related careers are some of the most stable jobs. They basically don't change at all. There's also lots of opportunities for specialization, which means if you don't like your job, you can probably just switch relatively easy into a different specialty. And on top of that, there's lots of opportunities for advancement. So there's lots of different types of nurse. There's basically nursing at the associate level, bachelor's level, master's level, and even doctorate level. There's some types of nurses like nurse anesthesiologists that make nearly as much as a doctor. And a lot of the time, nurses are the ones that are at the top of hospitals. So they can have those high level positions like president or vice president. And that totally makes sense because nobody really knows a hospital as well as nurses do. Some of the cons here are nursing can be very high stress. It's a super fast paced, hectic environment. It can also be really emotionally and physically draining work. And you have high levels of responsibility. You're dealing with people's lives here. And then of course the government might decide to do a terrible job responding to, you know, a situation like the whole cough cough situation. So there's that. Now the next one on the list is another career that is incredibly common, and it's needed in just about every type of business and every type of industry out there. And they are going to be focusing on tracking money, the ins and outs of money, and you need to know how to use a calculator. But this is one of the most stable degrees and careers that you could possibly get, and of course I'm talking about accounting. So yeah, it's well known that accounting isn't rocket science. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Probably the most difficult part of accounting is interpreting the law. But other than that, there's pretty much clear guidelines and principles that you follow. And you're just going to be focusing on basic math and using logic. There's probably going to be a few pieces of technology that you're going to need to get relatively good at, like Excel or QuickBooks, but those are not that difficult to learn. Now, there definitely are some more challenging careers that you can go for, and these are careers that are really high paying. For instance, I interviewed Bill Hanna, who is the financial controller on this channel, and financial controller is a super high paying career. You're probably going to make over $200,000 a year, and it's also going to be a lot more difficult than a basic accounting type job. But with that being said, it's a choice to go down that route if you want to. You don't have to. So some of the pros here are there's very high demand, and it's probably never going to go away. There's also high pay in accounting. It's going to teach you how to manage money, so it's going to teach you personal finance skills that you can use in your real life as well. Some of the cons here are it's very detailed oriented work, so you have to be extremely meticulous and detail oriented with your work. Also, during tax season, you're probably going to be working long hours. And let's be honest here, accounting in some cases can be relatively boring. The next one on the list has to do with money as well, and I think it's a little more interesting in my opinion. And instead of focusing on the money that flows in and out of small businesses, it focuses more on the big picture. So it focuses on how money flows throughout countries and the entire world. And of course, what I'm talking about is economics. And this is incredibly important because economics is the lifeblood of a country. Now, this one is technically a social science degree, and social science degrees do tend to be relatively interesting. And not only are they interesting, but they also tend to be a little bit easier as well. But this one has really good numbers. So for instance, economists make about $99,000 a year. So some of the pros here are there is very high demand. Now keep in mind, to become an economist, you're typically going to have to get a master's or a doctorate. But even at the bachelor's level, there's lots of jobs for people who graduate with economics degrees. Another pro here is high pay. And another pro is it is truly a super important role in society. And you play a critical role in shaping economic policies and decision making. Some of the cons here are there is a bit of an academic focus. I'll be honest, I think some parts of economics are BS. I think microeconomics is awesome and it makes a lot of sense. And macroeconomics is basically a way of justifying doing whatever you want, aka the money printer go burr. Another con is that it can be relatively limited in terms of job opportunities. Now, the next one on the list is going to teach you about all things tech related, and in my opinion, it's going to be the easiest career to get into in the technology industry. And I've talked about this many times on the channel, but the technology industry is probably the best industry you can possibly work in. There are so many benefits to working in tech, from high salaries to job satisfaction to being able to work remote. It really is like the S-tier industry to go into. And this college major, which is going to lead to a career path that's relatively easy to get into, is going
you have to be almost tenacious, right? Because things just don't necessarily fall into plan all the time.
Yeah.
And just
going to be information technology. So on this channel, I've actually interviewed a ton of people who were able to get into IT related roles. One of them was James, for instance, who was in a dead-end job as a delivery driver, and he was able to land a role in IT in just a few weeks, and he didn't even have access to a computer. He actually was able to do all of it just by using his iPad, right? So no excuses, guys. This guy had every excuse in the world, but he just decided to do it anyways. So this is one where when you look at the statistics for an IT degree, they're actually really good, but like many different technology related careers, you do not necessarily need the degree to get into it. Now for an entry-level role, for instance, information technologist, you'll make around $66,000 a year. So some of the pros here, like many of the technology related degrees and careers, is there's high demand, there's high pay, lots of different job opportunities. So if you're able to get into an IT help desk role, for instance, I think that is the easiest way to get your foot in the door in the technology industry. Once you get in, it's very easy to move around to all kinds of different types of roles. But IT is probably the easiest one for you to break into. And it's also extremely flexible, so it's very easy to get a remote job in IT. Some of the downsides are very common with technology-related careers and degrees. You have to have a very technical and specific skill set. You also have to adjust to rapidly changing technology, and it can be relatively high stress. So when the technology infrastructure breaks down, the company basically comes to a halt. And as the IT person, you are responsible for fixing it as fast as possible. Now, the next one on the list is technology related, but it also has a business component to it as well. And it has an emphasis on data. So this is probably one of the best combinations of skill sets out of any college degree that I have ever seen. And this is one of my favorite college degrees. In fact, this is my #1 favorite business degree. And that is going to be Management Information Systems. So somebody that I interviewed a few months ago is Antoine from the channel Black Heights. So he got a Management Information Systems degree. I believe he started off in IT, then he moved to kind of like a logistics type role, then he moved to cybersecurity, then he moved to software development, and then he moved to tech sales, and he now pulls in over $540,000 a year. And by the way, the company that he recommends to get into IT as well as tech sales with is called Course Careers. And Course Careers has helped literally thousands of people get jobs at this point. It's a super affordable way to get into careers. It only costs about $450 if you use the $50 off coupon code. And they even offer a free training, which I will put down in the description as well as the pinned comment below. So the pros here are extremely high demand. This is a skill set that basically nobody has. Also extremely high pay. You also have varied job opportunities. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunch of management information systems graduates making it to like a CTO, CEO, or at least like an executive type role. And the cons are going to be the same ones for all the other technology related careers and degrees. You do have to learn very specific technical skills. And on top of that, the technology is rapidly changing. Although this one does have more of an emphasis on the business side of things. Now, one thing that I commonly see on this channel is people who are trying to get remote or semi-remote jobs, and MIS can be a great degree to get one of those careers. But I actually made a tier list that ranks the most common and the best remote jobs from S tier, which is the best, to F tier, which is the worst, and you can check that out by clicking right here.
All right, we ain't watching no more of them. That shit out of here. My bad, y'all. All right. Let's scroll down. That's all they got is him? Y'all gonna wait a second then. Oh, he ran out of bounds. Good job. All right. Let's watch this then.
One of the biggest issues confronting the world today is the impact that we human beings are having on the planet. Human beings are flying the planet, but they're flying blind. And flying blind is very dangerous.
There's a poem by Philip Larkin where he mourns the current state of the world. And then he says, but at least somewhere there'll be a clean ocean untouched by humanity that will always exist. We are poisoning the last wild environment that we had. We receive a lot of our food from the ocean. It's the basis of the environmental system. We need a solution to creating or recreating the clean oceans that we had. Now, there's some really interesting experiments that you might run. You could put algae back in the ocean. There are a bunch of things that we could do. No one wants to run these large geoengineering experiments on a real global scale.
Right.
What you want is to run them in simulations. And
right.
AIs might do that in a way that you could at least begin to experiment with and gain large public support for.
The main problem that we have right now is that we don't understand how these systems work, right? Ecosystems are very complex. Everything interacts with everything. And we don't know what the impact is of what we do, but with more sensors and better machine learning to build models based on those sensors, we can actually understand how a whole ecosystem works.
So with climate, we have the problem that some people are modeling how the ocean currents work. We have other people who are modeling the reflectivity of the ice caps, but we currently don't have a great way to merge all of these independent models together and be able to actually understand it as a global system.
So we have more sensors, we have more data, but now we need to use that to have models of how ecosystems function, how different species, down even to individual organisms interact, how the things that we're putting into the atmosphere change the climate, etc., etc. And then we can actually do the following thing, which is we can simulate an ecosystem on a computer, and then we can see what are the impacts of doing different things. And then we can do those things that actually, for example, give us the most gain for what we want while minimally impacting the ecosystem. And we also, for example, use it to understand which species really are important and which species are less important, right? Because at the end of the day, we often have to make hard trade-offs. And sometimes species that look very insignificant turn out to be very important because the whole ecosystem revolves around them. And sometimes species that are very, that we're very fond of because maybe they're cuddly animals that turn out to be less important. So what AI can give us is the ability to actually see a little bit further down the road so that we can actually make better decisions.
I like that AI. Sustainability is a great topic. We're going to look into that a little bit more. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to stop my mans from scoring. I'm not jumping, bro. And he traveling.
Welcome to...
All right, there we go.
Ziggy is allergic to grass. Thankfully, Chewy Pharmacy sends refills automatically through AutoShip. That means when allergy meds are run...
In the previous video, we learned a little about technology and technological devices. Now we're going to talk about the evolution of technology and the main factors that influence it. What factors influence technological evolution? As time goes by, new technological devices appear, which previously would have seemed like science fiction. Not only do new devices appear, but those that already exist are constantly being improved. For example, if you compare the prehistoric wheel and the modern wheel, you will find huge differences. Yet these vast differences are the result of many small improvements. Here's another example. Technological evolution allowed us to go from this to this. The vacuum cleaner allows us to clean the floor of our houses faster and easier without having to use the dustpan and raising dust that will later accumulate on the furniture.
Good to have you in here.
These are the main factors that influence the evolution of technology.
Starting off right.
Scientific knowledge. Science and technology always go hand in hand. Scientific discoveries allow us to develop new objects and improve upon those that already exist. For example, before a motor for this vacuum cleaner could be built, scientists had to first explain electromagnetic phenomena. Without this knowledge, engineers would not have been able to develop electrical machines.
We're just using our tech tools
in order
to
for
get
technology
some more foundation. Hold on, let me tell you exactly what it is for today. Using our given tools. Just think about what music would be if you wasn't able to record music. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have Pro Tools. Think about if you wasn't able to use a sewing machine, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So those are the tools, and we want to use those tools. So that's what we're looking at right now. With today.
It is also necessary to have the appropriate materials. The development of new materials is one of the disciplines most closely connected to the evolution of technology. Each new material provides materials would not have been able to develop electrical machines. In order for technology to evolve, it is also necessary to have the appropriate materials. The development of new materials is one of the disciplines most closely connected to the evolution of technology. Each new material provides new properties, which give new possibilities for the improvement of technological objects. Clearly, Without plastic, we could not make the vacuum cleaner in our example.
Right.
Plastic is an inexpensive, light, durable, and easy to mold material. But plastic is not something that we find in nature. In other words, to make a vacuum cleaner, we first had to invent plastic. And that alone was a very important advancement. Another example is semiconductor materials. The diodes and transistors that regulate the electronic operation of the vacuum cleaner are made up of materials that were not discovered until the 19th century.
Right.
In addition to new materials, we also need new tools to facilitate certain tasks. These tools can range from giant machines, like a tunnel boring machine, to a simple pulley. To build the vacuum cleaner, we have to join the pieces with screws, which means we're going to need a screwdriver. We also need tin soldering irons for the electronic circuits and special machines for molding the plastic. If we were making a broom instead, we would need different, much simpler tools.
Production processes and task organization have also evolved over the years. Methods of production and the organization of work are important aspects.
Over time, demand for artisan work and crafts has been decreasing. Today, practically all manufacturing is done in factories on a mass scale, and this has resulted in profound changes to working methods. Factories are organized around assembly lines, where each operator performs very specific and repetitive tasks in order to increase productivity. And as technological objects become more complex, highly specialized personnel are needed for each stage of manufacturing. All of this together, from assembly lines to the specialization of each operator, from simple operations to the most complex ones, allows increasingly complex objects to be manufactured at lower costs. This broom could be made by a single person with artisanal methods. Why? Because the process requires only simple actions, such as cutting the branch of a tree, carving it into a bar, harvesting the millet for the bristles, sewing it into a bundle, and joining it to the handle with a wire. Simple actions that do not require a high degree of specialization, except the manufacturing of the wire. On the contrary, manufacturing a vacuum cleaner requires much more complex activities, such as the manufacture of plastic parts, the manufacture of an electric motor, or the manufacture of an electronic circuit. These activities require highly specialized engineers and workers. Moving from individual artisan work to collective work on an assembly line, in which different people with a high degree of specialization work together, leads us to the next point.
This is the all-electric Nissan Ariya.
I like her way of thinking, even if it's not a her. Whoever made this video,
Today, you cannot have an understanding of technological evolution without talking about computers and robotics.
Computer science and robotics, together with artificial intelligence, are part of a new industrial revolution, a revolution that has only just begun. In the previous point, we said that modern production methods require highly specialized people, but they also demand extreme precision. A robot is always going to be more precise and more efficient than a human, and in general terms, a robot can also be more productive and economical. These days, very little work is done by the artisan method. Most production occurs in factories and is carried out along assembly lines, which are increasingly automated.
Finally, we have the economy.
The economy is very important in almost all aspects of our life, and also in the evolution of technology. Even if we have the necessary scientific knowledge, materials, tools, and adequate working methods, but we live in a society as poor as William Kamkwamba's, where even electric light is a luxury that few can afford, then the vacuum cleaner would not exist. Because, as a general rule, only those products that are economically viable, which is to say profitable, are developed.
Here's another example.
This type of technological device exists simply because people pay money to ride it. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist, and we can apply this same idea to any other object. Today, the car is part of our day-to-day lives. The car has impacted the design of cities and our way of life. But in the beginning, it was a luxury item. It was so expensive that very few people could afford to own a car. The real success of the car was not only because of the speed and comfort it brought to travel, but also due to the fact that Henry Ford managed to lower production costs enough to fit the price of a car into the average person's budget.
Think for a second. Why don't we all have a luxury mega yacht?
Because it's just too expensive. New scientific knowledge, new materials, and new tools, including computers and robotics, allowed for the development of the mechanical part of the vehicle. But if its price had continued to be extremely high, today, instead of cars, we might still be traveling by horse and buggy. And the streets might not be quite as clean. In fact, at the end of the 19th century, one of the arguments for replacing the horse and buggy with automobiles was that it would get rid of the huge amount of horse poop in the city streets, making cities more comfortable, less polluted places to live and work.
And Earl was just talking about that, though.
The first electric cars were built in the 1830s, yet they disappeared from the market for almost 200 years. What factors do you think influenced the technological evolution of the electric car and ultimately made it possible to see electric cars driving on the road today?
That was good. All right, let's get another one in here. Hold on. I'm gonna cut the filters real quick.
Technology is constantly evolving, and it's having a profound impact on the way we live and work. From the devices we use every day to the way we communicate and collaborate, technology is transforming the world around us. Gone are the days when we were tethered to our desk, limited by the constraints of time and location. Now, with the power of the internet and cloud computing, we can work from anywhere, at any time. We can connect with colleagues and clients across the globe, sharing ideas and information in real time. And it's not just the way we work that's changing. Technology is also changing the way we socialize, shop, and even take care of our health. With just a few clicks, we can order groceries, access medical advice, and stay in touch with loved ones. But with all these advancements comes new challenges and responsibilities. As we rely more and more on technology, it's important to remember to use it mindfully and with consideration for others. So as we look to the future, let's...
In 69, we were able to go to the moon with the Saturn V, and then the space shuttle could only take people to low Earth orbit, and then the space shuttle retired. I mean, that trend is basically trends to zero. People sometimes think technology just automatically gets better every year, but it actually doesn't. It only gets better if smart people work like crazy to make it better. That's how any technology actually gets better. And by itself, technology, if people don't work on it, actually will decline. I mean, you can look at the history of civilizations, many civilizations, and look at, say, ancient Egypt, where they were able to build these incredible pyramids, and then they basically forgot how to build pyramids. And then even hieroglyphics, they forgot how to read hieroglyphics. Or you look at Rome and how they were able to build these incredible roadways and aqueducts and indoor plumbing, and they forgot how to do all of those things. In 69, we were able to go to the moon.
These early inventions sparked the first sparks of innovation, paving the way for the tech revolution we're experiencing today. As we moved into the digital age, technology took a major leap forward. A world once confined by physical boundaries began to expand with the invention of the computer. Imagine a machine that could process information faster than a human mind, brought to life by the genius of Alan Turing. Then came the internet, a game changer, an invisible web connecting the world. And who do we have to thank for this transformative technology? It's the visionary Tim Berners-Lee. But the revolution didn't stop there. The emergence of mobile technology put the world in our pockets. Now, we can communicate with anyone, anywhere, anytime. Our work, our entertainment, even our education, all transformed by these digital marvels.
Technology has evolved at an astonishing pace, shaping our world in unimaginable ways. From the first computers in the mid-20th century to smartphones in our pockets, each innovation has redefined communication and access to information. Today, we're harnessing the power of AI, robotics, and the Internet of Things, connecting us like never before. As we look ahead, the future of technology promises even greater advancements that will continue to transform our lives. Technology has evolved.
Your watch reminding you to stand up, to go for a walk, or to go work out, or to go do something because you're in front of the computer all day.
All right, let's get something different. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I just got to remind us
human civilization,
real quick one
technology
more time.
has played an essential role in the development of society. Technology has played a significant part in the formation of the world as we know it today, beginning with the creation of relatively basic instruments such as the wheel, fire, and stone axes, and progressing to the development of very sophisticated systems such as computers and the internet. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's question of the video is how evolution of technology has changed the world. So let's get into our time machine and take a look at the evolution of technology. The early days of technology. The early days of technology were characterized by simple tools and inventions such as the wheel, fire, and the stone axe. These tools were used for basic tasks such as hunting, transportation, and construction. Over time, as civilizations developed and grew, so did the need for more sophisticated tools and technology. The invention of the wheel, for example, made it easier for people to transport goods and travel from one place to another. The use of fire allowed people to cook food, stay warm, and ward off predators. The stone axe, on the other hand, made it easier for people to cut down trees and clear land
simple
for farming. The invention of writing, for example, allowed people to record and share information, leading to the development of early civilizations and the creation of written records of human history. The development of metalworking, on the other hand, allowed for the production of more durable and efficient tools and weapons, leading to significant improvements in agriculture and warfare. The Agricultural Revolution. The Agricultural Revolution marked a major turning point in the evolution of technology. It was during this time that humans began to cultivate crops and raise livestock, leading to a stable food supply and the development of settlements and civilizations. The plow was one of the most important inventions of this period.
The plow, yes.
As it allowed for more efficient farming and the cultivation of more land. The development of irrigation systems also allowed for the expansion of agriculture into arid regions. The Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution marked a major turning point in the evolution of technology. During this period, which took place from the late 18th century to the mid-19th century, machines and factories were introduced, leading to the mass production of goods and a shift from manual labor to machine-based production. This revolution transformed the way goods were produced and distributed, leading to significant improvements in productivity and efficiency. One of the most significant inventions of the Industrial Revolution was the steam engine, which was developed in the late 18th century. The steam engine was used to power factories and machines, making it possible to produce goods on a large scale. This, in turn, led to the development of new industries such as textiles and iron and steel production, which drove economic growth and created new jobs. The introduction of the factory system also led to significant changes in the way work was organized. Workers were no longer required to work in their homes, but instead were brought together in factories to work under a single roof. This led to the development of new forms of labor, such as the assembly line, which made it possible to produce goods more efficiently and at a lower cost. The digital revolution. The digital revolution marked another major turning point in the evolution of technology. With the introduction of computers and the internet, the world was forever changed. The digital revolution began in the mid-20th century with the invention of the first electronic computer, known as the ENIAC. This machine was used for complex calculations and paved the way for the development of more advanced computers. The internet, which was developed in the late 20th century, has transformed the way we communicate and access information. The internet has made it possible for people to communicate and share information from anywhere in the world, leading to the development of new forms of communication, such as email and instant messaging. The internet has also made it easier for people to access information, with millions of websites and online resources available at our fingertips. The digital revolution has also had a profound impact on business and commerce. E-commerce has transformed the way we shop and do business, making it possible to buy and sell goods and services online. The rise of social media and online communities has created new opportunities for marketing and advertising, while the growth of the gig economy has created new opportunities for independent workers. The mobile revolution. The mobile revolution marked the next stage in the evolution of technology. With the introduction of smartphones and mobile devices, people can now access information and communicate from anywhere at any time. Mobile technology has revolutionized the way we do business and has made it easier for people to stay connected with friends and family. The first mobile phones were introduced in the 1980s, but it wasn't until the introduction of the smartphone that mobile technology truly became transformative. Smartphones combine the features of a computer and a mobile phone, making it possible to access the internet, communicate with others, and perform a wide range of tasks from anywhere. The introduction of mobile apps has also made it possible to perform a variety of tasks, such as shopping, banking, and social networking, from a mobile device. The rise of artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things. The most recent steps forward in the development of technology have been taken by the advent of artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things, the creation of computer systems that are capable of doing activities that would ordinarily require human intellect, such as identifying patterns, making predictions, and solving problems, is an example of what is referred to as artificial intelligence or AI. The Internet of Things refers to the network of interconnected electronic devices and computer systems that are able to exchange information and interact with one another. This has the potential to transform a broad variety of businesses, from the medical field to the industrial sector, and even the energy sector. Conclusion. In conclusion, the evolution of technology has had a profound impact on the world. From simple tools and inventions to complex systems and devices, technology has transformed the way we live, work, and communicate. As technology continues to advance, it is likely that we will continue to see new and exciting developments that will change the world in even more profound ways. So, what do you guys think about the evolution of technology? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. That's all for this video. Please like, share.
All right, let's get a couple more things in here.
We want to start shooting in 3 weeks, and your life rights are the last thing we need, so...
I'm gonna stop you right there, Bev. I think we understand the situation.
Let's see this. Hold on, wait. We can't watch this. Hey, let's watch
Hello,
just some,
kitchen enthusiasts.
let's watch some kitchen
Today
gadgets
we're
for a
diving into
second.
the world of amazing kitchen gadgets that you can find
Get
on
back
Amazon.
off the seriousness.
Whether you're a seasoned chef or just love spending time in the kitchen, these tools are sure to make your cooking experience a breeze. So let's get started. First up, we have a fantastic mixing bowl set with airtight lids and 3 grater attachments. These airtight lids are a game changer when it comes to storing ingredients and leftovers. The 3.5 QT bowl even has a removable lid inside the main lid, making it easy to add contents or pair it with your blender without creating a mess. But that's not all. This set comes with 3 grater attachments for slicing, grating, and shredding. Imagine preparing salads with the convenience of shredding or slicing directly into the bowl. Plus, the non-slip silicone bottoms keep the bowls in place, preventing any accidental spills on your countertops. And the best part? These bowls are dishwasher safe, making cleanup a breeze. The premium stainless steel construction ensures durability, making this set a long-lasting addition to your kitchen arsenal. Next on our list is a must-have for every kitchen, the silicone faucet water catcher. Say goodbye to wet fabric mats and hello to a soft, reliable, and reusable solution. This silicone water catcher not only keeps your countertop dry, but also serves as a sponge holder, dish soap tray, and a dish drying mat. With an upgraded design for efficient water drainage, this gadget is perfect for any kitchen sink. It fits faucets with a diameter of less than 2.36 inches, ensuring a snug fit. The size upgrade allows you to organize more kitchen supplies, making your sink cleaner and more efficient. Now let's talk about a kitchen essential, the bamboo cutting board set. This set of 3 boards and sizes offers versatility for all your cutting, meal preparation, and serving needs. The built-in carrying handles make it easy to transfer ingredients from the kitchen to the stove, and the thoughtful grips prevent accidental slips. These cutting boards are not only gentle on your knife blades, but also feature a special resin lacquer top coat for protection against scarring, scratching, and staining. With deep juice grooves to catch liquid runoff, cleanup is a breeze and transferring ingredients is seamless. Time to make your kitchen experience hands-free with the Kitchen Mama Automatic Can Opener. Powered by 4 AA batteries, this gadget smoothly opens cans with the press of a button. The clean cut leaves smooth edges, and it's a perfect blend of elegance and practicality. Ideal for those with challenges gripping or for busy individuals looking to save time, this electric can opener is a thoughtful gift, especially during the holiday season. And the best part? It leaves no sharp cuts, ensuring safety in the kitchen. Let's talk precision in the kitchen with the Panacea Wireless Meat Thermometer. With advanced Bluetooth technology, monitor your food temperature up to 800 feet away. Set custom alerts and notifications, ensuring your cooking is on point. This thermometer is perfect for barbecues, picnics, and backyard parties. It supports a wide range of temperatures and comes with a host display screen, eliminating the need for a separate app. Plus, the rechargeable battery ensures you're always ready for your next cooking adventure. Say goodbye to tedious chopping with the Vakaya vegetable slicer.
Now this
Made from
whole
top
body, I
quality
like
stainless
this right here.
steel, this slicer offers a range of cutting options without the need to touch the blade. With adjustable
There you
settings,
go.
you can
Bing,
slice anything
bing,
from paper
bing,
thin to 9
bing,
millimeters
bing,
thick,
bing,
making it a
bing,
versatile addition
bing.
to your kitchen. This slicer
Y'all
also
see that?
prioritizes safety, featuring a protective cover for the blades and a safe hand holder. It's not just a time saver, but also a perfect gift for anyone who loves to cook at home. Introducing a multitasking marvel.
That's proof
the
that they
lid
don't make
stand for all
technology for you
sizes
to-
and shapes. Whether
the best
you
way
need a
they
lid
can.
stand, trivet, or pan holder, this gadget has you
Look at
covered.
that.
Its cast metal frame holds lids and dishes up to 10 lbs, making it suitable for various kitchen needs. The collapsible form ensures easy storage, and the modern design with heat-resistant silicone fits seamlessly into any kitchen decor. It's not just a functional tool, but also a unique Christmas or holiday gift for kitchen lovers. Let's turn up the heat in the kitchen with the Ninja Sizzle Smokeless Indoor Grill. With a max heat of 500 degree F, you can achieve perfect grilling and searing right from your kitchen. The edge-to-edge cooking ensures even heating for perfectly cooked dishes every time. The removable grill and griddle plates are non-stick and easy to clean, while the perforated mesh lid eliminates smoke and reduces splatter. This grill is a game changer for those who love the char-grilled flavor without the hassle of outdoor grilling. For our viewers with little ones, we have the Jusbit Toddler Standing Tower, a 4-in-1 versatile design
we've
that can
seen
switch
that.
between a
Well, I mean,
toddler kitchen stool, high
that's
chair,
not
kid
needed.
slide, and Montessori activities. It's perfect for toddlers aged 18 months and above, offering a safe and stable platform for exploration. Designed with safety in mind, this tower has a broad base, solid boards, and a safety guardrail. With adjustable heights and multiple uses, it grows with your child, making it a fantastic growth gift. Easy to install and backed by a 1-year warranty. It's a win-win for both parents and toddlers. Maintaining the sharpness of your knives is crucial, and the tumbler rolling knife sharpener is here to make it easy. With a diamond-plated sharpening disc, it keeps your knives cutting like new for much longer. The 15 and 20-degree angle sharpening ensures uniform angles for a precise edge. Powered by diamonds, this sharpener effortlessly removes the first layer of your knife's edge, while the stainless steel helix disc on the other end removes the burr. It's simple, effective, and a must-have for anyone serious about their kitchen tools. For those busy mornings, we have the Hamilton Beach Breakfast Sandwich Maker, a quick and easy solution to create a custom sandwich in just 5 minutes. With dual compartments, it's great for making 2 sandwiches at once or accommodating extra guests. This breakfast maker is not just about convenience, it's also versatile, allowing you to choose your ingredients for a personalized breakfast experience. Plus, cleanup is a breeze with all removable parts being dishwasher safe. Say goodbye to manual grinding with the Tamine rechargeable salt and pepper grinder set. With an increased transparent container capacity and a rechargeable feature, you can grind spices without the hassle of changing batteries frequently. The electric grinder set is not just about convenience, it's equipped with high-hardness ceramic grinders for maximum flavor retention. With 6 coarseness settings, it's perfect for various spices. Plus, the LED light makes seasoning visible, adding a touch of elegance to your kitchen. Upgrade your kitchen tools with the Meat Masher. With 5 wide beveled pinwheel blades, it easily chops and crumbles food. The ergonomic handle design ensures a comfortable grip, and the heat-resistant material allows for use in high-temperature cooking. This Meat Masher is a durable and multi-purpose tool that's easy to clean, making it a perfect addition to your kitchen for preparing ground meat, vegetables, and more. Say goodbye to traditional forks and spoons. The Meat Masher is here to make your cooking tasks easier and more enjoyable. Let's talk about waste management with the dual compartment waste and recycling bin. This high-capacity solution comes with color-coded liners for easy sorting of waste and recycling. The hands-free use with a stainless steel foot pedal and a slow-close lid ensures a clean and quiet experience. With an extended open lid lock and built-in filter for odor control, this bin combines functionality with a modern design. Easy to maintain and hiding fingerprints, it's a practical and aesthetic addition to your kitchen. Last but not least, elevate your wine experience with the Corvin Timeless 3+ wine preservation system. This premium accessory preserves your favorite wine for 3 or more years, ensuring it tastes as if you just opened the bottle. Easy to use, the Corvin system allows you to pour and preserve without removing the cork, maintaining the natural aging process of your wine. With a sleek design and the ability to savor the glass while preserving the bottle, it's a perfect gift for wine lovers.
Hi, I'm Janelle. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the bold flavors.
That was it. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all see one more of them.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share 35 Amazon kitchen gadgets that are worth buying. From innovative kitchen tools to clever gadgets, there's something for everyone. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Starting off with the first gadget, the Hessian Steel Vegetable Chopper. It offers a variety of cutting options, 6 slicing settings, 2 julienne settings, and even 2 waffle styles. It has a knob for adjusting the slice thickness, a slider for julienne cuts, and an adjustable waffle blade. Made from thick PPC material and titanium alloy stainless steel blades, it's designed to be sturdy and reliable for years to come. Next, we have the Oricome Rotary Cheese Grater, a simple and efficient tool for food preparation. With just a few turns of the crank, you can have freshly shredded cheese ready for your recipes. This versatile grater can handle various tasks, from slicing to coarse or fine shredding. Use it to grate cheese, potatoes, carrots, cucumbers, radishes, nuts, chocolate, broccoli, and more. Perfect for pizza toppings, cauliflower rice, hash browns, and countless other dishes. Next, we have the FWXA Bacon Grease Container, a practical and durable kitchen tool made from high-quality 304 stainless steel. With its removable fine filter, this container allows you to filter out particles and reuse bacon grease, cooking oil, coconut oil.
Hold up.
The
Gotta see that
FWXA
again.
Bacon Grease Container, a practical and durable kitchen tool made from high-quality 304 stainless steel. With its removable fine filter, this container allows you to filter out particles and reuse bacon grease, cooking oil, coconut oil, filter out particles, and reuse bacon grease, cooking oil.
Oh, it wasn't
coconut
really
oil,
that bad.
fat,
The grease
and frying
wasn't that
oil.
bad.
It can also be used for sifting flour, brewing loose leaf tea, or straining lumpy gravy. This grease container features a lid to keep dust out, a strainer for effective filtration, a large capacity container with an easy grip handle, and a V-shaped pouring spout for smooth and drip-free pouring. Next, we have the Flylipu electric warming tray, a portable and convenient way to keep your food warm. Made from a special silicone nanomaterial, it's not only flexible and heat-resistant, but also waterproof, stain-proof, and easy to clean. It even boasts 6 temperature settings and a timer function, up to 6 hours, so you can keep your food perfectly warm for as long as you need. The upgraded graphene heating element ensures even heat distribution across the entire surface, allowing you to place your dishes anywhere on the tray. At number 5, we have the eye, lid, and spoon rest designed to keep your countertop clean and organized. This multifunctional utensil rest can hold various kitchen items, including spoons, ladles, spatulas, and pot lids. Its unique design features multiple slots for utensils and a higher edge to accommodate larger pot lids. The spoon rest also has a bottom sink to catch any drips, preventing oil and sauce from spilling onto your countertop. They come in a pack of 2, with green and pink colors. Next, we have the Kitchen Art Auto Measure Spice Rack. Made from durable plastic, this rotating spice carousel can hold up to 12 different spices and features a built-in auto measure function that allows you to dispense the exact amount of spice you need without using measuring spoons.
Word.
With its sleek design and 55 spice labels, this spice rack makes it easy to find and use your favorite seasonings.
Now,
Each
that's
canister
a
holds
Christmas gift
4.5
right there.
ounces of spices and can be used for shaking or pouring. Spice.
That's a hey, y'all
carousel
better take note of that for your grandparents,
green
parents,
and
somebody.
pink colors.
Let me see, LOL. I
Next,
need
we
that.
have the
When I
Kitchen
cook
Art
for me and
Auto
my
Measure
family,
Spice Rack. Made
my
from
plate
durable
always
plastic,
gets cold
this
while I'm
rotating
cleaning
spice
up.
carousel.
Exactly, because when you cook, like, so I used to cook for my son's mom and my sons and me. All right, so I'm cooking. I make a plate, give it to them, make my plate, and I want to kind of tighten stuff up. By the time I sit down with my plate, you know what I mean? It may still be warm, but they done eating and it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I understand you. I understand you got to sit that plate down. You got to clean up because when you done eating, you don't want to have to clean up. I get it. But this spice rack right here, oh man, yes, Lord, I love it when we look at the gadgets.
2 with green and pink colors. Next, we have the Kitchen Art Auto Measure Spice Rack. Made from durable plastic, this rotating spice carousel can hold up to 12 different spices and features a built-in auto measure function that allows you to dispense the exact amount of spice you need without using measuring spoons. With its sleek design and 55 spice labels, this spice rack makes it easy to find and use your favorite seasonings. Each canister holds 4.5 ounces of spices and can be used for shaking or pouring. Next, we have the Kitchen Shop electric jar opener that makes opening stubborn jar lids a breeze. With its strong torque, it can easily handle even the tightest lids. Simply press the button, and the automatic opener will rotate 360 degrees to effortlessly open the jar. Designed for home kitchens, this electric jar opener is safe and easy to use with one hand, requiring no manual force. It is compatible with a wide range of jar sizes and types, including mason jars, jam jars, pasta sauce jars, mayonnaise jars, salsa jars, and nut butter jars. Next, we have the Bukup Matcha Whisk Set, designed to enhance your matcha experience.
There you go, Nami.
Includes a bamboo matcha whisk, bamboo scoop, stainless steel
Get that
sifter,
matcha.
ceramic matcha bowl, and a whisk holder. The matcha bowl has a smooth, glazed interior that is both aesthetically pleasing and easy to clean. The bamboo matcha whisk is expertly crafted with 76 delicate tines for efficient whisking, producing a frothy and velvety smooth matcha texture.
Look at that matcha right
Next,
there. Look
we
at that
have the
matcha,
Zule
girl.
Kitchen can opener, which makes opening cans and bottles effortless. Crafted from high-quality stainless steel, this can opener is built to last and resist rust and corrosion. The ergonomic soft handle provides a comfortable grip, ensuring smooth and efficient operation. For easy care, simply hand wash with mild detergent and warm water. At number 10, we have the Deluxe Vegetable Steamer that can be used with various cooking vessels, including instant pots. It's perfect for steaming a wide variety of foods, from vegetables and seafood to eggs and dim sum. Not only does it steam food, but it also doubles as a water filter and a serving tray. Made from food-grade stainless steel, this steamer is safe and healthy, preserving up to 90% of food nutrients. Its collapsible design, detachable handle, and smooth legs ensure safe and efficient use. Next, we have the Chefin' Bell Pepper Corer, a handy kitchen tool that makes preparing bell peppers quick and easy. It removes the stem, core, and seeds in one simple twist, saving you time and effort. Made from high-quality stainless steel, this corer effortlessly cuts through peppers of all colors. Whether you're making stuffed peppers, fajitas, or a simple crudites appetizer, the Quick Core Pepper Corer is the perfect tool for the job.
Pepper Corer.
Plus, it's dishwasher safe for easy cleaning. Next, we have the MT Fat Best Egg Separator with Egg Beater for separating egg whites from yolks. Simply
Now that's
crack an
always
egg
handy.
and drop it onto the separator, and the egg white will automatically flow down, freeing up your hands for other tasks. Its 3-hole design allows for quick and easy separation, saving you time and effort. Made from high-quality food-grade PP material, this egg separator is safe and durable. Its detachable structure makes it easy to clean and store. Next, we have the Bonla Sharp 5-in-1 knife sharpener that will make your kitchen knives sharper than ever. Using high-quality materials, this sharpener can easily straighten, repair, and polish blades of all kinds.
Look at that cut. Look at that cut.
Its sharpening process is easy. Simply rotate the disc and apply a few strokes. The ergonomic design and non-slip rubber pads ensure safe and easy sharpening. Whether you're using a kitchen knife, chef knife, hunting knife, paring knife, serrated knife, pocket knife, old new knife, and scissors, this all-purpose sharpener can handle it all. Next, we have the Simple Taste Milk Frother for
I am
creating
not paying
delicious
attention to
frothy
this game.
beverages. It quickly produces a rich and creamy milk foam for cappuccinos, lattes, macchiatos, and more. In addition to frothing, it can also warm milk for hot chocolate and matcha. With a large capacity, you can froth up to 130 milliliters of milk for cappuccinos or macchiatos, or warm
To
up
round out
to
the end of the
200
show after
milliliters
this
of
game,
milk
we're going
for
to go
hot
on to
chocolate
something else.
and matcha. The frother is easy to clean thanks to its scratch-resistant material and non-stick interior coating. At number 15, we have the Bothie Fruit Colander Basket, designed as a fruit and snack box with a handle, making it easy to carry and use anywhere. This basket is perfect for washing fruits and vegetables, thanks to its hollow design that allows water to drain quickly. The lid has a hollow net design with a knob for easy opening and closing,
Some
and
stuff
the bottom drain pan ensures that
I don't
fruits
think
don't
it's
sit in
necessary.
water. Made from high-quality food-grade PP material, it's sturdy.
Watch why Japanese people eat white rice.
Rice
that's
is
gonna make me
pure
lose this
glucose
game.
in starch form. It is one of the
stackable, and recyclable. Next, we have the EOOD Pro Chicken Shredder for anyone who wants to make shredding chicken easier.
That's
and more
like grinding
efficient. Its longer and sharper plastic prongs are designed for maximum power, shredding meat quickly
What?
and effortlessly. With its upgraded anti-slip rubber
They got a
base,
grinder
this
for
shredder
chicken,
stays
y'all.
firmly in place while you work. The sleek and stylish design makes it a great addition to any kitchen, and its compact size allows for easy storage. Next, we have the Cutlux Slicing Carving Knife, is a premium quality knife designed for effortless carving and slicing of
All right.
meats. Its
Now-
razor-sharp edge, hand-sharpened to 14 to 16 degrees per side, ensures precision slicing
Now let me
every
see.
time.
Let's see
The full
to
tang
round this
ergonomic
topic out for
design
today.
with a triple riveted wood
pause this.
handle provides comfort and stability.
So
Craft-
to round this topic out for today, if we were living in, I don't know, the early 1800s, you know, it would be kind of more acceptable for you not to use your mind to get access to the tools that you need to do what you need to do for your life. Now it's 2024 and the tools are all around us. Mainly it's built into us. That number one main tool, your mind. It can search, it can find, it can destroy, it can create, it can do so many different things. You just got to use that tool. So let's look at that as we go to get up out of here. Get us some good talking to from them folk. You know what I'm saying? Them folk usually talk to us in a good way. Y'all don't know what folk I'm gonna pick, but I'm gonna pick somebody good. Best use of the mind. Let's see who we got that's good that can talk to us. Hey, Dr. Joe gonna talk to us.
The door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind opens up as we get beyond our analytical mind. And our analytical mind is actually what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. So as you slow your brain waves down and you get into alpha, you're entering the operating system. And that's where you can rewrite a new program. That's where you can rehearse a new script. Some people can get to the point where they're so relaxed that the body's in a light sleep, and yet they're conscious and awake, and now they're in this theta brainwave pattern. And in theta, that's a hypnotic state. We're very suggestible to our thoughts. We're very suggestible to information in that state. And that state then is where we see the most change take place. The person can literally change from the inside out when they learn how to get into the operating system. The door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind opens up as we get beyond our analytical mind. And our analytical mind is actually...
All right, let's see what my boy got to say for us. All right. Let me see. I know they got something. I know they got something from my boy. Hold on. There it is. They should give me something good with this one. All right, let's see. They only got shorts from them. I know they got something more than that. I'm going to turn this off. All right, let's go.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI
All right, this is going to bring us home today, y'all. Y'all listen up.
You know, I spent 10 hours a day in rehab and training. 10 hours a day, 7 days a week almost. Because I had to get back to filming in 6 weeks. And the doctor said they weren't sure whether I'd ever be able to run again, let alone in 6 weeks. And I said, I gotta film in 6 weeks. So, so my diet had to be perfect, my training had to be perfect. So those are the choices that you have to make, and you have to decide what it is you want to accomplish with your life. I bought my first motorcycle. I started working, not in movies, but I had jobs since I was 8 years old. I've always had a job and worked. So I always earned my own money, and I bought my own motorcycle when I was a kid, and go-karts, and I did all kinds of crazy stuff. Look, I've made so many movies, so I really know, how to make it in a way that to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So that's very helpful. I've been in many situations as a producer to be able to be there for people, to support them. And my job as producer is to support Chris McQuarrie, to work with him on the tone and the script, to help my crew, and to help people. I mean, really, to lead is to serve. It's producing is, I'm here serving people. I'm helping them to do their jobs. That's how I feel about it, to help them to be better and have them help me to be better. So that's what I look for is when I'm producing things. It's constantly, I hire the very smartest people that I can, the most talented people for that particular film. And then when it works well, I learn something from them, and we work as a team together. To do what I do at the level that I do it, there are things that you have to really be very dedicated. So, I'm up early in the morning. I'm up 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm there before the crew gets there. And my goal in life is to entertain audiences. And and also I set a challenge for myself to understand every kind of movie making. So you say that Rain Man for me. I mean, I spent 2 years working with Dustin Hoffman on that. 2 years. Before, and we filmed it, and it was, we learned how to write every day. We were writing the movie as we were filming, and those things that I never take for granted. So I look at Mission Impossible, or I look at my career, I look at a movie, and I say, this is what I want the movie to be. How can I make it that way? What do I need to learn to accomplish that?
I don't know. I just wanted to hear what Tom Cruise had to say about it, because we don't get to hear from him. We don't be hearing him talk like that. We see him act, but we don't hear him talk. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. All right, y'all. Sadhguru gonna take
I
us
have a
home.
confession. I regret not trying therapy sooner. And I didn't because back when I was a personal trainer, I thought that being physically strong meant that
He said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. If you want, consciously you can evolve in this evening. There is no limit as to how a human being can become. This is something that every human being must do. Then coming together will be hugely rewarding. When Gautama, the Buddha, was asked, is it better to walk alone or in company? He said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. Well, that's him, not me. He was quite sure that only a fool will walk with you.
Right.
So he said, it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. Certain lore in this country says, when you want to do a short and quick journey, walk alone. When you want to do a long journey, walk in company. But the important thing is, who is walking with you? Not always being together is a good thing. Many times, being together can be a nuisance. So, first and foremost, unless you are a twin, even then, we come alone and we go alone. If one does not know how to be by himself or herself, then being together can be a lot of nuisance. We are referred to as human beings. Human beings means every other creature is what it is simply because of what it does. But a human being can simply be.
Right.
Which is a unique quality of the human being, that we can simply be. That we are not compulsive action, that's what it means. Our action is conscious and judicious. But generally, when people get together, people are in compulsive action. It can be an association where there could be a purposeful action, or it can be a gang where there can be more purposeful action, or it can be a crowd which can be a compulsive action. So essentially, to be human means we have reached that point of evolution within ourselves that if we wish, we can simply sit here, just be. We can consider as to what action to take and what not to take. This is definitely individual. When individuals come together, we say, it's we in plural, but still it is individuals who have to come together. To be an individual means you are not further divisible. That means you're just one. People find different ways to divide themselves within themselves. In India, with 10,000 years of cultural history, we have invented various words to divide ourselves. It's very common for people to talk in terms of Atma, Paramatma, Ahankara, this one and that one. But every culture has this in their own way. When things are going right, when good things are being done, if you ask people, they say, yes, I did it. When things don't go right, when things go wrong, then they will try to find somebody. If they don't find anybody, he is always there. When they are very wonderful, of course they take pride in being how wonderful they are. When they turn nasty, they say, it was my ego. Mr. Ego is always a fall guy. So individual means, but if I'm wonderful, it's me. If I'm nasty, it's me, all of you. Are you 24 hours wonderful? Hello? Are you 24 hours wonderful? No, no, sometimes wonderful, sometimes nasty, sometimes beautiful, sometimes ugly. It's okay. If we understand, it is me who is capable of being absolutely wonderful and it is me who is capable of being absolutely nasty another moment, then gradually the number of moments of nastiness will keep on receding. If I see what is wonderful is me, what is nasty is… In India we have many words, it's my karma, what can I do? Now, you must fix this. Being an individual is very important, that means you're not further divisible. If I'm wonderful, it's me, if I'm nasty, it's me. If I succeed, it's me, if I fail, it's me. You have to fix this. I'm just asking you a simple question. Within this, how many people? Hello? How many people within you? 1, 2, only one. If you're one, you're normal human being. If you're more than one, you're either schizophrenic or you're possessed. You either need a psychiatrist or an exorcist. But you will see whenever things don't go right, another guy will pop up from somewhere. So, becoming an individual means you killed all those pop-ups and just said, this is me. This what is me has many dimensions. If I don't see this is an individual, I cannot divide this further, then transformation will not happen. If transformation does not happen, if people come together in that state, there will be more mess than solutions. All creatures hang out together. Whether it is various wild creatures, most of them hang out together. Even monkeys who are just one step behind us, they are also in bunches. It is only human being who can sit alone and transform himself or herself, because this is the prerogative of being human, that we can simply be. This is why you are called human being, you are capable of being. You are not in a compulsive state of activity. If you want, consciously you can evolve. In this evening you can evolve if you're willing. It doesn't take 1,000,000 years, because our evolution is not biological anymore, our evolution is conscious. For every other creature, it is fixed. Nature has fixed 2 lines within which every other creature lives and goes. But once you have come as a human being, there is only bottom line, there is no top line. There is no limit as to how a human being can become. So before we associate ourselves with people, it'll be good every day in the morning or a certain period of your life if one withdraws to spend a little time with oneself and see how, in what ways can this be little better than the way it was yesterday, this life? How it can be a little better life than what it was yesterday? Because most people are coming together for their needs. To fulfill needs, people come together. Some people come together to fulfill a purpose or a cause. Some people come together to eat, drink, and be together because they cannot be alone. This is something that every human being must do. A certain period of time, you do one thing, just 24 hours, take a break from everything, not today, right now you're among people. You take a break sometime, just 24 hours. And don't read, don't watch television, don't use the phone. Simply sit in your room, alert, not sleeping. And if you watch the nature of your mind, you yourself will certify, this is a madman. Because for most people, their mind cannot stay on any one thing. Unless they're in activity, simply they cannot be here. In compulsive state of psychological activity is on. When you are like this, you cannot be. That means you cannot be a human being. Being has to happen. Only then togetherness will be very rich. If you know how to be by yourself, then coming together will be hugely rewarding and of tremendous value. That means we came together consciously.
Yes, sir, pebbles of wisdom. If you see what is wonderful is me, and what is nasty is me, transformation is possible. For human beings, evolution is conscious. Nature has not fixed a limit. Spend a little time daily. How one can be a little better than yesterday. Alright, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here for the day. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. On Tech Tuesdays, for our Tech Tuesdays, let me switch the scene. For our Tech Tuesdays today, we just looking at the tools, man. You got the tools that you need to succeed already in your bag, in your purse, in whatever it is that you're using to carry around. Get in there, pull them out, use them, and take advantage of it. Build that skill set. What we saw was in the early part of the show was just different career fields that you can go into using your skill set, whatever your skill set is. And we finished off with my man Sada Guru telling us to take the time to be alone to develop our mind. So that's a summary of the show just because I felt like doing it. Once again, this is another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man, here on DGTA TV. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here for the day. Let me put some music on. And I will see y'all next time. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Find Your Way Wednesdays. I'll come up with the topic, and I'll put it out there to you. All right, happy holidays to you. Y'all see my little bow up here. You know what I'm saying? And everything else. So, peace. See y'all tomorrow.
Original meaning. Its real
Look at
meaning,
Earl
which
right
is
there
to
for you. Look at Earl. Earl on y'all.
oneself.
Y'all listen to Earl.
Recreation should be re-creation, a time so spent that we can re-evaluate things, our lives, our work, our goals, our reasons for living, our service, our contribution, our education, our hobbies, our enjoyment of ourselves and others. A round of golf, great as it is, simply is not time enough, nor are a few sets of tennis or an afternoon poking around in the garden. We need more time than that. Several days, a couple of weeks or longer, and on a regular basis. For me, it's getting on the water in a boat. It's wearing comfortable old clothes and sailing out of sight of land with just the sea and the wind and the sky. And it's puttering and fixing things around the boat, sanding and varnishing and making little improvements. There's the therapy of the fresh air, the sea itself, the elements, and it's using your two hands, the most versatile instruments on earth, and the tools they've fashioned to help. Everyone has his own way, or should have his own way, of recreating himself, of renewing himself, so that he can turn again to the necessary pursuits of living with new interest and enthusiasm. What's yours? With one friend of mine, it's growing tomatoes. For others, it's painting, or cooking, or mountain climbing, or fishing, or camping, or traveling. Everyone needs recreation in its true sense. Robert Ardrey points out in his marvelous book, The Social Contract, that the three most important factors to any human being are, in this order, number one, identity, recognition as a separate, original human being. Number two, stimulation, change, the opposite of boredom. And number three, security, the opposite of anxiety. Well, this recreation business comes under headings 1 and 2 and most certainly helps us establish number 3. That is, occasional renewal helps us find ourselves, reestablish just who we are and what we want. So it helps with our identity problem. It most certainly involves change, stimulation, the opposite of boredom. And it helps us develop inner security, the only kind that's worth anything anyway.
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you could grab a top.
If a person has this inner security, real security as a person, his world can come crashing down all around him and he can still emerge secure within himself and build a new and possibly better one. So when you find yourself getting stale, you need some meaningful recreation. You need to stop the world and get off for a while and look back at it as a man from Mars